She will always wear her crown, regardless of the hate. There is a fire against us, and in the end, the fire could burn us or ignite us into an unstoppable force. A man must wage war on himself to defeat his weaknesses and conquer his strengths. Faith keeps our ships moving, while empathy and the memories of our experiences lead to wisdom. It all goes away. Eventually, everything goes away. The road of excess leads to the palace of wisdom. Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. You should never be surprised when someone treats you with respect. You should expect it. The glory of Christianity is to conquer by forgiveness. Nature is pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. Nothing has to be true forever, just for long enough. Learning how to detach in a healthy manner will save you from a lot of things that don't even align with your journey. No crime is a means to an end. No crime can be rationalized. The truths that matter most to us come always half-spoken. Disinformation is... Life swings like a pendulum backward and forward between pain and boredom. You cannot change your future, you can change your habits. And surely your habits will change your future. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. Accidents happen. Our bones shatter, our skin splits, our hearts break. We burn, we drown, we stay alive. Building a successful life requires effort. The more effort you put into what you do, the more result you would see. Be thankful for everything that happens in your life. It's all an experience. Failure is not when you fail once, but when you refuse to learn from your mistake. Morality can provide at most only a severely limited and insufficient answer to the question of how a person should live. What the caterpillar calls the end of the world, the master calls a butterfly. My world is about stories that entertain, emotions that move, people you'll remember, literature that matters. I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to start this day because then I'll just be expected to finish it. The tricky part about discovering our giftedness is that it may be in an area that feels unexpected. Leaning forward in your chair when someone is trying to squeeze behind you isn't enough. You also have to move the chair. I don't like people around me sad. I like making people happy. Step without fear. Helping anyone to step out of fear is the best emotional recipe for the mind. Your body is the church where nature asks to be reverenced. The thunder comes before the flood. We all must bear the storm. I pray the good Creator's protection upon you all. It is the road you take that decides your destiny and not your destiny that decides the road you take. Imagining something is better than remembering something. Truth is as straight as an arrow, while a lie swivels like a snake. Saya adalah product gagal yang sedang dalam proses penjualan ulang. Smiley face. Focus your heart, mind, and soul on joy, and you'll find ultimate success and fulfillment. When you go in search of honey, you must expect to be stung by bees. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. Thinking something does not make it true. Wanting something does not make it real. The universe doesn't give you what you want in your mind. It gives you what you demand with your actions. There are three sides to every story: yours, theirs, and the truth somewhere in the middle. Recognizing power in another does not diminish your own. A sense of the divine presence and indwelling bears the soul towards heaven as upon the wings of eagles. What the world stigmatizes as romantic is often more nearly allied to the truth than is commonly supposed. Success or failure in business is caused more by mental attitude even than by mental capabilities. When you compare the sorrows of real life to the pleasures of the imaginary one, you will never want to live again, only to dream forever. We have no right to express an opinion until we know all of the answers. Stop longing. You poison today's ease, reaching always for tomorrow. I knew I was alone in a way that no earthling has ever been before. Follow your heart, then root its longing with the facts. To be alone is to be different. To be different is to be alone. It has shown me that everything is illuminated in the light of the past. It is always along the side of us, on the inside, looking out. If you want to be successful, you must respect one rule: never to lie to yourself. Stand up and walk. Move on. After all, you have perfect legs to stand on. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. As the questioner, you have the natural advantage of control. It is strange how often a heart must be broken before the years can make it wise. I distrust every idea that doesn't seem obsolete and grotesque to my contemporaries. The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. Success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it. 3 things cannot hide for long: the moon, the sun, and the truth. People are going to say what they want to say and think what they want to think, and I can't change their minds. Every man should lose a battle in his youth, so he does not lose a war when he is old. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. Crying can bring relief, as long as you don't cry alone. Dreaming of a life not lived, but holding on to the fantasy, because the scars of reality still sting the heart. We never know which lives we influence, or when, or why. Status will get you nowhere. Only an open heart will allow you to float equally between everyone. Life isn't about what you get, it's about what you do with what you get. I have never killed anybody, it is true, but it is because I lacked the courage or the time, not because I lacked the desire. Focus on where you're going and how deserved it is after fighting for as long as you did. Difficulties increase the nearer we get to the goal. Making time to experience joy is the single most important thing you can do to heal your heart. In the beginning, some people try to appear that everything about them is in black and white, until later their true colors come out. Truth is confirmed by inspection and delay, falsehood by haste and uncertainty. He spoke again as if he hadn't just shattered his promise and her security. Her house of glass now lay in a pile of shards. Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on your character, not your reputation. Focus on your blessings, not your misfortunes. Only you can take inner freedom away from yourself, or give it to yourself. Nobody else can. Use the wings of the flying universe, dream with open eyes, see in darkness. Action springs not from thought, but from a readiness for responsibility. I speak my own sins, I cannot judge another. I have no tongue for it. In a room where people unanimously maintain a conspiracy of silence, one word of truth sounds like a pistol shot. In wisdom gathered over time, I have found that every experience is a form of exploration. At your absolute best, you still won't be good enough for the wrong person. At your worst, you'll still be worth it to the right person. A smart person knows how to talk. A wise person knows when to be silent. Ordinary people merely think how they shall spend their time. A man of talent tries to use it. Dreams are what keep us growing. They are what keep us alive. To give up is to let our dreams die. No matter what he does, every person on Earth plays a central role in the history of the world, and normally he doesn't know it. You have 2 choices: to conquer your fear or to let your fear conquer you. Nothing can be more hurtful to your heart than betraying yourself. Always be friendly, always be kind, like the most beautiful flower that you can find. If a man will begin with certainties, he shall end in doubts. But if he will be content to begin with doubts, he shall end in certainties. If you keep on making excuses to me, what you are doing is teaching me to always make excuses to you. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. Desire is half of life, indifference is half of death. For all those that have to fight for the respect that everyone else is given without question. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Best friends are treasures. Hug them for their caring. Applaud their accomplishments. Laugh with them gratefully.